so with finger MP extension, when my patient is here, flat hand, this is going to be against gravity, right? Palm down in a pronated position for MP extension. At that time, I have to extend those MPs against gravity. Our patients will need to flex at the PIP and the DIP so that we can have them do MP extension. My stabilizing hand can be depending, say if I was in front of my patient, I may have this hand underneath just to kind of hold it and stabilize the wrist and make sure that wrist isn't moving. I can do it over top as well to stabilize here, and you're really trying to stabilize so that the patient doesn't do wrist extension as well when they try to do MP extension. So here, okay, you're going to go ahead and bring up, and I'm going to test each one individually. So I go distal to the MP and just proximal to the PIP. All right, right on that distal phalanx there, good. And I test each one. All right, so that's MP extension. Okay. Oh, gravity eliminated would be right here. Neutral to rotation. Gravity eliminated position. Okay, same thing. Now I'm going to make sure that they're not falling, they're staying neutral, and so I'm stabilizing that wrist again. Okay, push. Okay. And that's MP extension. Yeah, but we just did it. It's lumbrical. Yeah. Yeah. Finger metaphalangeal extension, and that's looking at the lumbrical grip. Yeah. Okay. For the next one, when I'm looking at MP extension, I'm really looking at that lumbrical grip overall, and so I'm going to have my patient come into this position, right? And this is under in Tremblay, it's finger interphalangeal extension. So I'm bringing the fingers into extension here, also known as that lumbrical grip. So I'm looking at the lumbricals there. With this motion, I'm going to test them all the fingers together in a supinated position. That will be my starting position for against gravity, right? As we come up against gravity. Stabilizing, I'm looking at the wrist and the forearm to stabilize. So the compensation that the patient may do would be coming into wrist flexion, right? As they come in, they may try to go into wrist flexion. So I'm going to go to right at the phalanges here and go ahead and come in, and I resist down. And you test those together. Those come up, and you test it together as that lumbrical grip because we're looking at all those interossei, and we're testing that together. Okay. All right. The next one. So that is the only testing position for those lumbricals. The only test there. And that's because there's so many muscles with that lumbrical grip when they're so tiny that you're only going to be testing in this position. Okay, you don't have to go into the gravity eliminated position. We're testing just the lumbrical grip like that. Okay, I see two questions.
Is that flexion or extension?
This is flexion.
Okay.
Oh, MP
You said that
extension.
it was finger interphalangeal extension?
Oh, I must,
So
yeah.
I think that was, we skipped that.
Well, this is finger, this is our lumbrical grip for finger flexion. Yeah.
Yeah, in the book it's listed as extension.
Yeah, it's interphalangeal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
flexion.
it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna draw it as MP flexion.
So it's when you.
This is the one you'll draw,
Finger MP flexion,
and that's the lumbrical.
finger IP extension.
No,
No,
MP flexion.
MP flexion,
That's the
lumbrical
same
grip.
thing as in the book.
Yeah.
but
Yes.
They call it
Yeah.
IP flexion.
They call it IP flexion, or IP extension,
IP
because what
extension.
happens is that IP, not the MC, not the MP, but the IP does flex when you're going into that position.
Right.
Right?
flexion is flex, but it says extension.
Well, I'm sorry, I always get this goofed up.
Right.
You're flexing